Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I'm Kate Wakeling, the very proud CEO of Community Bank Logan, your community bank that gives back and cares about your community. So we're here today to hand over this magnificent asset to the Logan community. And I don't want to steal the thunder of some people standing beside me, so I would like to hand over to Councillor Karen Murphy, who will do an acknowledgement of country and then share how this story started. Thanks, Karen.
Thanks, Kate, and what a wonderful day to be here today. But firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet here today. That's the Yukon tribe, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. And to anybody who is First Nations people, I'd like to respect you today here as well. What a story this has been. We're 12 months on from the floods, and I'd like to thank Bendigo Bank and JPH, is that right? JPH Equipment and obviously Rotary for coming together to make this happen. 12 months from the floods in my area, we were surrounded by 2 rivers and we were highly impacted, and sandbags were crucial to my residents. So having a conversation with Kate one night at a networking function, we were talking about sandbagging, and she's taken this idea away and got some funding together and was able to work with a local business here in Logan to be able to create this machinery here that'll go back into the Division 12 area, which is Eagleby, Beenleigh and Mount Warren Park. And to the wonderful Rotary crew who have stepped up to take on this project, they're taking delivery of this sandbagging machine today, and they've also stepped up and got training through Logan City Council and our disaster management. That is fantastic how the community can come together and help others that are in need at the time of a disaster. So I can't thank you enough. This is a really, really special moment. This doesn't normally happen, but for Bendigo Bank to give back to their community like they do through their banking programs is absolutely outstanding, and we can't thank them enough. And thank you also to Rotary and the company that built this. It's all wrapped up here in Logan, and it's just really an honour to be able to represent here and my division in this important day. So thank you very much, and I'll hand back to Kate.
Thank you, Karen. And yeah, it was just a chance meeting, wasn't it? The first time we met, and then we've been able to deliver this wonderful project. So now I'd like to hand over to Jason Luckhardt, who's the chairman of Community Bank Logan. So over to you, Jace.
Thanks, Kate, and thanks, Councillor Murphy, and thanks everyone else for being here today. So, look, obviously, Councillor Murphy spoke to the genesis of the idea as to how it came into to fruition. But just stepping back a little bit further from that, obviously, a year ago, we were, covered with floods right up and down the east coast, northern rivers. Logan got hit pretty hard as well, and it got us thinking about the things that you can actually do to help. And Logan Community Bank, Bendigo Bank here in Logan, we were the first of the community banks to actually put into the national fund. So we donated straight away into CEF, which is our charitable foundation, and a fairly substantial pool of money in the tune of tens of millions of dollars was actually funded as a result of that. And those conversations continue to go on even right now as to how you can continue to help in local communities. So fast forward down to today, and I imagine it's been a pretty slow ticking of time for a lot of people that have been heavily affected. So to be able to produce something such as this, which can hopefully avoid people being damaged in their home, in their business, that's a fantastic outcome. And so something that obviously we don't want it to rain, but as we gather here today, I was driving up thinking about the last couple of days of sunshine, and then saw the clouds come over, and I thought, gee, they're almost sort of foreboding, aren't they, as you hand over something like this? But touch wood, come up there. We don't have to worry about those things moving forward. But look, a couple of thank yous. Obviously, thank you to Councillor Murphy and Council for working with us in this space to bring this project to fruition, and obviously the guys at JPH Equipment, phenomenal outcome. Not only have they provided the machinery, obviously at a cost, but they provided a very generous discount in doing so, and in terms of the delivery and also the ongoing training, so that people can actually service it. It's all very well to have the piece of equipment, but you want to be able to use it and use it effectively. So the question for us was, how do we actually facilitate this? and that's where our wonderful partners at Rotary come into play. So we've had a great relationship with Rotary over many years, in fact approaching 2 decades now, dare I suggest, and having someone that has that donation gift recipient status, that was a key element for us to meet our criteria. So we were able to fulfil that need and produce the money, produce the equipment, and get it over to them. So over to you guys to now use it effectively when needed. Otherwise, maybe a nice piece of equipment to wheel out around Beenleigh. We've talked about it. The Cane Fest. What an opportunity! Councillor Murphy's volunteered to sit atop and wear the sandbagging hat. So we've got it all sorted for this year's entry. Anyway, thank you very much for all that. I'll hand back to Kate.
Well done, Jason. Thank you, Jason. I have to be nice. He's my boss. Now, I'd like to hand over to Janée Hong, who is our president of the Rotary Club of Beenleigh. And I must just want to acknowledge John Mulroney, who did so much. He's an apology today, he couldn't be here, but he did a lot of work in doing the paperwork to make this project come to life. So I'll hand over to Janée.
Thank you, Kate. As she said, I am Janée Hong. I am the very, very proud president of the Rotary Club of Beenleigh. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the support and the commitment from my fellow Rotarians, and certainly John did a lot of work in preparation for this wonderful piece of machinery that is going to do so much for the community. The Rotary Club of Beenleigh is all about community, and it's fabulous that we partner with people like Councillor Murphy, obviously working closely with our local council, but with the wonderful people at the Bendigo Bank and Kate and Jason at the Community Bank. We're all about working together and doing what's best for our community. And really this asset is going to be so important as a part of that. Just to go back a year ago, when the floods did occur in our area, the Rotary Club of Beenleigh basically responded straight away. Our team mobilised, we got out there, we started feeding the mud army. We also saw the devastation that our fellow residents were suffering, and as a part of that we approached our Rotary Foundation charity and requested a district grant, and we were able actually to provide to the families that lost the capacity to cook. We actually gave them barbecues, practicals, gas bottles, so they could actually cook a meal for their family. From that, we also applied to Rotary International, and we were very fortunate enough to be able to secure a $15,000 grant. We were able to hand out $500 gift vouchers across all of the Logan City Council area, all the people that were impacted. So it was really heartwarming to see that Rotary got in there straight away and reacted and were able to mobilise funds to support our locals. From that, it was really interesting to go door to door and knock and have a chat to some of these people. A lot of them said, hey, look, my neighbour's actually doing it tougher than I am. So they actually refused the money and asked us to go next door. And that just is a sentiment of the people that we work with in our area. So as a proud club, we have now bolstered what we can do in the response to these disasters. And as Jason was saying, let's hope that they don't happen all that often. But at least we have got the capacity now. 3 of our members have joined the Logan City Council Disaster Response Team as community champions, so we'll be better positioned to be able to work with the community to be able to respond. We've actually been able to secure a grant to have a custom-made barbecue trailer put together so we can respond to these disasters, be able to offer a nice hot cup of coffee to someone that's having a tough time, better able to feed our mud armies, as well as everybody being able to just be able to wash their hands with some warm water. So just simple things like that. And to take this wonderful piece of equipment, I really would like to thank Peter and the team here at JPH Equipment. This is a fabulous piece of equipment that is going to mean so much to our people. And as members of the Rotary Club of Beenleigh, we're very proud to be able to receive this. And our members, I know quite a few are very excited about reading the manuals and learning how to use this, and they're going to embrace the training and be able to work in closely with the Logan City Council and SES to be able to mobilise this when we need to. And gee, it's going to look really good in our Cane Festival Parade on the 13th of May. So I think we're all going to be there, or yes, you'll all be in the sandbag. just to finish off this week, we've had a really big week with Rotary. We've celebrated 118 years of Rotary internationally. We're about to celebrate 100 years of Rotary service in Queensland. And on Friday, the club is turning 70. Don't we look good for 70? We're having a big celebration tomorrow night. So look, I really want to say thank you to everyone today, and hopefully some of you come and join us and have a few little drinkies tomorrow night to celebrate our birthday. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Janée. That was wonderful. Now, the star of the show.
Sandbagger.
Yeah, the Sandbagger. When this project came to light, when I met Councillor Murphy, and I drove away that night reflecting on if I was a resident in Logan and I was told I could only get 15 sandbags, it just really emotionally got me. So that's how this project started. I rang up the CEO of our Community Enterprise Foundation and said, do we have some money left? I need to buy a sandbagging machine. How much do you need, Kate? I don't know. So what I did, I Googled it, and up pops JPH equipment first, and there's a mobile number, and I ring the number and Peter Hansen answers. And we have only met today, but we've spoken so much over the phone. Early morning. No, yep, that's how we roll. So I would like to introduce you to Peter Hansen, who is the sales manager for JPH equipment.
I'm Peter Hansen. I'm the sales manager for JPH Equipment. I wish you all a very welcome to our factory here in Kingston. And I also want to say a special thank you to Kate. As Kate said, I was the person who answered the phone. And I had to ask twice, come again, you are from Bendigo Bank. I must say it's the first inquiry I ever had for a sandbagger from a bank. It took Kate a little bit of explaining to make me visualize that the bank was not only taking the money, but also giving. So hearing that story, I felt straight away that we at JPH need to be in on this. It's a community where we all live. It's our home place to live. And I asked my brother and said, we need to do whatever we can to make sure that we are offering the best discount we possibly can on our equipment, and also provide delivery, being local. We offered training to the local staff, which we are very proud of being able to do. And I also assured Kate, should any of other Bendigo branches, Bendigo Bank, want to do the same thing, we will offer them the same discount, excluding delivery and training, because that could be in Western Australia or anywhere for that matter. But we will try and have very good material for the local SES, the local Rotary, whoever gets it, that they will be able to understand the manual and operate the machine safely. Just to give you a little bit of history about my brother and myself, we migrated to Australia from Denmark in the late 70s. Jan started his business here in 1993, making it 30 years old this year. He started in that building across the road from us here, and in 2004 this building came up for sale. Jan was lucky enough to get a price negotiator that he was happy with, so we are here today. I dare say that it's slowly getting to the point where we start to need more space. We manufacture a lot of different machinery. Our main focus is about composting, compost turners, water wagons, and associated equipment. We feel there is a great market. It's taken a long time to convince farmers to go green and compost, but I think we are now getting a lot more response than we had in the past, so that's going very well. So all these sandbagging or baggers and compost turners has been made since then. In 1970, I just got to check, in 1917, we were approached by SES on the Sunshine Coast, where we, in conjunction with the SES team, made the first sandbagger, which is similar to what we are looking at behind us. So we were very happy to work with them. We have since then supplied a number of sandbaggers to SES, also to councils all over Australia. So I think I'll finish my speech by asking Kate. I believe we nominated Kate, or
Yeah.
would you want to let the boss? I think
Karen wants to press the buttons.
Yeah. So Karen,
Yes.
do you want to come up here?
We got the keys.
And I think it would be the most correct way of Bendigo Bank handing over the key.
To Janée.
Jason, I would like you to present the key to Janée.
Thank you very much, Janée. Test drive time.
Rightio.
It's yours. You get to keep it.
You
There's
sure
the-
handing this over to the president's
Yeah,
wives?
and there's the manual. So there you go. You can learn all about how to use it, and away we go.
Thank you,
in
Jason.
your own
Oh,
time.
yeah. Thank you, Jason, and thank you, Kate. We do really appreciate this. So let's see how we go. All right, Councillor Murphy, here we go.
Where's the buttons?
Here's the buttons.